Okay. If you can hear me, could you just say something in chat so I know you can hear me well? Okay. If you have had the time, excuse me, if you've had the time to look at the content on the LMS, could you indicate? So it's you can find it on the post section, on the post section of the LMS. Let me share my own screen. Um, so if you're taking this course, it's a really, really easy thing to do. It's just going to be possibly reminding you of things that you probably already know about what a computer is. Many people have been using a laptop or a desktop for a long time. You know, it was in the olden days that you will have people who have never used a laptop before. I think nowadays it's very difficult not to have somebody, I mean, to have somebody who has never used a laptop before or a desktop before. So there are possibly things you already know. This is going to be like running through some of those concepts and then going a little bit deeper to explaining some of the more technical information and just trying to get you to understand them. But now you're going from just being a user to somebody who actually um is able to manipulate what a computer is able to do, and not just a user, somebody that uses just the things that have been done. You're now producing things that will be used by other users. So the things that will be explained in this course would basically just run through all of those kind of concepts that are going to form like a foundation for your knowledge in programming or in design. Okay, so to find the post, you go under posts. We have two right now. There will be a lot more. I think the course is supposed to be for 2 weeks, so you'll get a lot more of this kind of information. It is important that you try and go over every details that you get from this course, uh, because even though the current assignments it's quite easy to do, as we go ahead in the course, it might not be as easy as it is right now. Okay, so follow along and don't skip anything. If you have any questions about this that has been posted already, you can ask on this call. That's the point of this particular call. You can raise your hand and I will call you to ask your question. But let me just run through things first. So this is the first material. This is a content recorded by FreeCodeCamp. By the way, you can open a free account on FreeCodeCamp, if I can pronounce it well, to learn a lot of things for free. So you can do that. But they have a lot of resources that will be useful for you in your learning journey. And you realize that we'll be sharing some of those resources with you because I am one of those that advocate for the beginners to have an account on FreeCodeCamp. So I rely a lot on some of their materials for beginners. There is no point in recording a content that already exists in proper format, that contains the right kind of information. I will just get that content and share with you, and that would be that. Okay, so this video is important. Um, and then this one is a text. I think somebody did not like the text, and the person gave me a thumbs down, which is fine. But it's just basic information. I don't think we need a video to explain what hardware is, what software is, and the names are quite descriptive too. So hardware is something that is hard and physical that you can touch. Software is something you can't really touch, but it's there and functioning in the computer. So those are defined here. Um, and then we go ahead to talk about the different types of computer. We talk about the desktop, which again, the name is very descriptive. It means it is on the desk and it's on the top of a desk. So it's made to be on it to sit on the top of a desk. It's a very easy name. And the same thing with the laptop. It's made to sit on your lap, even though it's not advisable to have your laptop on your lap. That's basically where the name came from. A tablet is like what you call a tablet sometimes will be like as small as a drug that you can just dump in your mouth. So a tablet is as small, something that you can handle with just your hand without putting it on the desktop or on your lap. Now, a server, as the name would suggest, look, the naming in these things are quite descriptive. It's easy to understand what they're trying to say. And I am quite grateful for those that started this, this naming pattern, unlike the new ones that we have nowadays, where you can see a name that has nothing to do with what that particular thing is supposed to be. These ones are quite easy to understand. So if you go to a restaurant, you meet with those people they call a server. A server basically goes to the kitchen, gets your food, brings it back to you, and put it on your table. That's all a server does. A server is one that is able to receive a request, go to a source, get the information that your request wanted, and bring the request back to you. So a server basically distributes those kind of things. And in the same way, that's what a server is in this case. It's like a computer sitting somewhere that you can send some request to and then receive response from. We might still go a little deeper into this as we go on. Then we define other types of computers that we might have all over the world or in different places. We have the smartwatch, the wearables that most people wear nowadays. Everybody has smartphones and smartwatches and all of that. Most TVs are now smart TVs, that you can connect to the internet and watch things like Netflix and so on. Game consoles are also a different kind of computer. And then we define the two most popular brands of computer. We said there is something called a PC and there is something called a Mac. A PC basically stands for personal computer, but it's usually associated with Windows computers. So that's that. Yeah, so that's just the information. It's very brief, it's very detailed. Just look at it, read it, and this is just for me to know if you actually read it. So I requested that you tell me the kind of computer you use. And I'm happy that out of 601 people, 73 people were able to respond to that question. So that's a good thing. All right. So lastly, let me go to the assignment now. So for the assignment, if I open it up, how do I open it? Okay. These are just the links to the two resources I've mentioned already. So it contains information about your assignment. It explains and gives an example. And then you get your questions here. Don't forget, your answers are supposed to be in this format. Don't type out the answer. Don't say question one or question two. Don't say anything like that. Just put the selected option on a single line like this and submit it that way. I'm going to submit this now. Why not? Nobody's going to fail. I'm going to fail it anyway. So let's just, obviously there are only four options, but I'm going to just put as many options as possible and submit that. Remember, once you submit it, you can never take it back. This is very important. So I would submit that, and then I can see the options I've selected. Okay, once it is graded, you will get your grading and you get a feedback on the ones you got wrong. So yeah, that's basically the first topic we'll be doing for this particular course. Let's see. I don't know if there are any questions. If there are any questions, you can raise your hand, but let me see. Some people still not able to join the lecture. I mean, there's space, so I don't know why they can't join. They should just log into the LMS and click on join, I guess. Um, I don't know why they cannot join. If you can tell me any more information, do they get an error? Because there are only 69 people here. And I'm not going to stream on YouTube because there are only 69 people here. Okay. All right. Are there any questions about the content you've gotten and the assignment you're supposed to do? The assignment is quite easy, right? It's just very straightforward. It's basic questions. You might not even need to really look at the content that we've given you before you can answer those questions. But if you do have any questions, you can raise your hand or send a message and I'll respond to those questions. Okay. So while we have about 20 minutes left, I'm just going to mention a few other things that I believe might be relevant. One of the things I try to inform, please. No, it's not. We are only 74 people here, so we are not streaming to YouTube. We only stream to YouTube when we don't have enough space on Zoom. But of course, this will be recorded. I'm recording it and it's going to be uploaded on YouTube. So anybody that missed this can watch it later. All right, there are a few things I usually like to highlight for students that are sort of learning basic computer operation, which have had the privilege of teaching before. Um, it's how you organize your computer, make it sort of your own. When it comes to creating folders, creating projects, and so on and so forth. Those are some of the things that show that you really understand what you're doing. Manipulating, using the space that you have properly. If you have things like videos, putting them in a folder called video. If you have something like a screenshot or images, putting them in a folder called, screenshot or images. Organizing your desktop properly. At the moment, my desktop is a chaos. It's just chaotic because I'm doing so many things at the same time, and I just like to put them in places that I can find them easily, which at the moment is my desktop. So if that works for you, that's fine. But organizing your your laptop properly also works. There's also something called maintenance. Earlier this morning, I was speaking with one of the tutors. Hopefully, he's not here. Even if he's here, it's fine. And he had like I think like 17 or 18 different tabs open on his browser, and he has about four different browsers open, and everything was just too much. There are some people like me who can't function with that kind of chaos. I can't have like 25 tabs open. I just want to finish with the tab, close it, and move on to the next one. If I have 25 tabs open, it must be that I'm still trying to figure something else at that point. Once I figure it out, I close everything. In my opinion, that's one of the things you need to do to make sure your system or your laptop lasts a little longer. Because if you keep overusing the RAM like that it has to keep track of like four different browsers with like 20 tabs on each browser. That's 80 different tabs. And if you do check the memory and the RAM usage, you will see that at that point it's very high. So why go, why take your computer through that kind of process when you can just keep things clean, keep things simple as possible, and close the things you're not using, bookmark them or save the link somewhere. If you need to go back to them, you can always, just go back to them. Okay. That's one of the things I prefer to do. Apart from keeping everything clean, making sure you don't overuse your laptop when you're not supposed to use it. And also, I also have this I think it's an habit of so I have two different laptops, both are Mac computers. One is for office works and the other one is my personal laptop. Um, I do have the that I try to do the habit of making sure I turn it off occasionally. Sometimes you have so much to do that you don't want to turn off your laptop. You just want to leave it there, go to bed and come back to it when you wake up. But it's also a very good thing to shut down occasionally and just let the laptop relax. Except you intend changing your laptop as soon as, as often as possible. But maintenance is also quite important. You have to keep things clean, keep it so shut down as much as you can. I have a friend that shuts down no matter what is happening. He shuts down at the end of the night. So if he doesn't finish whatever he's working on, he saves it somewhere, keeps it wherever he wants to keep it, and make sure he shut down his laptop at the end of the night. And then he doesn't open it back up until it's resumption time. That's something I can't do yet because he's a rich friend. I think only rich people can do that for now. Okay, so I try to do that also. Let me see if I have a couple of questions. The assignment set on a straight line, it's vertical. I've given the example already. So just go vertical, A, B, C, D, go vertical. Can we still be able to access all the links attached to every course and assignment even? Yes, of course. So one good advantage of having our own LMS that belongs to us is you don't have to worry about losing your access. You have your access to the LMS forever. So those who have done our training in the last 3 or 4 years, they still have access to their LMS till now. So any assignment you get, any course content you get, any material you get will remain available to you. I mean, as long as the company exists anyway. So you have nothing to worry about. After you submit your assignment, it's still going to be there. I want to ask, I was graded this for civic. This is not the civic course. There's nothing you can do if you get graded. There is nothing like regrading. check your submission, check that what the feedback says. I can't really, I don't want to interrupt this particular course, just talk about CV. Honestly, I don't know if people still hibernate their laptops anymore. I don't even think my laptop has that functionality, honestly. So I don't know. Usually I just sleep it, that's all. I really don't. I'll probably check and see if there is a sort of advantage. This is a good question. I'm going to keep the question and have a look at it. Um, honestly, I do not know at the moment because I've not used the concept of hibernating in a long time. Yeah, the same thing Martins is asking. Um, what about hibernating your laptop? I mostly hibernate instead of shutting down. I think if I want was to suggest, I would say just shut down. Save things and shut down. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, I'll check what hibernating means for laptops and I'll get back to you guys on that. I'll post on the LMS. Yes, the answer to your questions on this assignment should be uppercase. It is very important that you follow those small, small details so that when the system is grading, it doesn't mistakenly give you, that you're wrong even though you're right. So make it uppercase. Where can we get the class that we have missed? Just go to YouTube. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything is sort of labeled in groups, in folders. I think they call it playlist on YouTube. So you look for anything that is 2024, for example, PHP 2024, basic computer operation 2024, and just go in that folder or in that playlist and look for the class you have missed. Please, I want to ask, I was graded this. I'm not going to respond to this 0.5 thing again, okay? You will just check the feedback on the grading or check the feedback. You have to just follow the feedback. Right, I like this. So with the assignment, well, no, that's not what I thought you were asking, but I'll answer this anyway. With the answer to the assignment on this course be written in rows or columns. It's in, I think that should be rows. Yeah, it's in rows. A single column, then rows. Yeah. Yeah, a single column row. Yeah. Yeah, somebody is saying he agrees with me that, his rich friends also sort of shut down their laptop every day. I mean, I try to do every Friday, but still I fail at that sometimes. Um, yeah, I just as much as possible I keep things clean. I delete things I'm not using. Um, and I make sure that I, keep everything as I don't like when my laptop start making sounds. You know, Obviously I know some people here have much older laptops that would always make sounds because your fan is always fanning. Um, but just try and keep things easy. Being a developer, being a product designer does not mean you don't know how to maintain the device you use. It's just consider being a bricklayer. Would you see a bricklayer just handle their devices anyhow? They won't. They will take care of it. After they are done using it, they will wash it and keep it properly. They will dry it if they know it might get rusted because of washing. They will dry it and keep it well. They won't, you know, handle it anyhow. I feel like tech people just leave your laptop on. And some people brag about it. They brag about their laptop being on for like 4 months without going off because somehow you don't know how to take care of the device that is supposed to be making you some money. Okay, so um, yeah, take care of your device very well. All right, let me see if I have any more questions. We're almost done. Just a 30 minutes conversation. This is a funny question. I don't know if it's a joke, but I don't know what to say to you. So, what are the efforts we can put in order for us to replace Elon Musk? Why do you want to replace a human being? Just be yourself, bro. Start your own companies or something. Don't try and replace anybody. Okay? Using my laptop to charge my phone. I do not understand this question. I would say, I feel like you guys don't have questions. You're just trying to make me consider okay. And I'm not sure I will upload this video anymore. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of editing. Okay, I don't do that. I don't know. Just buy a charger for your laptop or something, for your phone. And if okay, so there was a time I was at the train station and my ticket was on my phone. My phone was dead. So I had to use my laptop to charge my phone to be able to check my ticket. I think in those cases, if you have no choice, if you have no access to a way of charging, maybe you're on the road, I think that would be fine, okay? But if you make it like every time you want to charge is through your laptop, I think just buy a laptop, a phone charger, and don't stress your battery. Oh yeah, by the way, you need to also take care of your battery. Don't overcharge. Most laptops nowadays can always cut off when they are full, but some older ones will not cut off and they'll just keep charging and then they get damaged. Yeah, okay, I'll go on. I submitted my assignment, but with lowercase, oof, because I tried uppercase and the assignment was still showing. So I used what? Yeah, I don't know if that, I mean, no. If you submitted it, it will not show as not submitted. Using lowercase or uppercase doesn't matter in that case, okay? If you submitted it, it will not show that it's not being submitted. If you use lowercase, I'm sorry, that will be very difficult to promise you that you will not miss all those questions. But I will say, I really doubt it though, because the instruction was to use uppercase. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Yeah, can we say the same? Yeah, you have to be a bit clearer. I've been talking and talking. I don't know what you're referring to. Shagmi, if you can just re-ask your question. Can we say the same for MacBook users? I don't know what that is referring to. What do you advocate hibernating your laptop or sleeping it? Yeah, I don't know. Just I'll do some Google searching and let you know. Let's see. Yeah, right. Or buy a power bank. Why would you use a laptop as a power bank? Your laptop is a bit more important than your phone, in my opinion, anyway. Like I would always know where my laptop is. But right now, at the moment that I'm talking to you, I don't know where my phone is. And I think it's been dead, since yesterday or so. So my laptop is always more important than my phone. I would rather, if I could, use my phone to charge my laptop than to use my laptop to charge my phone. Okay, so that's just me. All right, is it possible for the link to be dropped on the Slack? Nice. I don't know what you mean by Slack WhatsApp group. I think you mean Slack workspace. Yeah, you know why that's difficult? Because um the link to the class cannot be dropped on Slack because there are a lot of people on Slack that are not taking this particular course. Okay, and if I drop it there, then people will just join, and those who are supposed to take the course will not be able to join. So it's better you just go to the LMS and get the link from there, because only those who are taking the course can access the particular lecture on the LMS. If I put the link on Slack, then everybody joins, and I just start getting questions that are not relating to um the course. Okay, just 5 minutes more. Let's go through all the questions and finish the class. When are we starting front end classes? Well, I think you will get your first set of assignments today and your content today. I spoke with the tutors yesterday. They are finalizing a couple of things, but you will definitely get them today. I'm certain of that. Mostly the voltage flow in the motherboard and CPU is 3.5 to 5V. Hence, phones need to use higher voltage. It is damaging your phone instead. But that might make a lot of sense. I don't know much about it, but yeah, you guys might want to check out that comment from Clifford. It is damaging your phone. Yeah, so he's trying to say that using your laptop to charge your phone every time will likely damage your phone, rather than maybe your battery will start diminishing gradually. Why do I keep seeing this hibernating question? I don't understand why it keeps coming back. Yeah, can we say the same for MacBook? For me, I just close the laptop and it goes to sleep. I don't think I have anything like hibernating on my laptop. But honestly, I don't know. I was given 0.5%. Nobody gave 0.5%. There's no task that is 7. So I don't know what you're referring to. Oh yeah, somebody already answered you. Yeah, okay. Moving on. Hello, I submitted my assignment this way instead of this way. Well, sorry to say that you might miss everything. Because at the moment, the system would assume you only submitted one assignment. Sorry, one option, one question. Okay. Just one question, because everything is on a single line. It goes from line to line and gets the option that you submitted and compares with the correct answer and then tells if you are right or wrong. If you submit on a horizontal line like you have done, it will only see the A and compare the A with the first question, and every other thing will be empty, and it will say you missed every other thing. I wanted to know if there will be feedback on assignments in LMS or with it. No, feedback is on the LMS. You will see it on the LMS under the particular assignments that you've been graded on. Please, can you do like a YouTube video on something for integrating GitHub with Slack? I don't know what that means. We don't have any integration between GitHub and Slack. You might have to do your own research if you want to achieve that. I hope our class will be 100% beginner friendly for those who don't have any basis. Well, yeah, if you put in the effort, like the content I just went through earlier today is absolutely beginner friendly. It's basic English. There is no technical things in there. Yeah, we do our best to make it beginner friendly. And even if you have trouble with any of them, that's why we have these sort of sessions to answer your questions about whatever you don't understand in the content you've been given. Okay, so yeah, don't worry, you should be fine. Just put in the effort, study the materials, watch the videos, and attend as many Q&As as possible. Are we going to know what we missed? Yes, you will. The system will tell you the ones you got wrong in the multi-choice questions. Okay, you'll get your feedback. It will say you got, 5 over, 2 over 10, 2 over 5, and then tell you you missed this, this, this. This is the correct answer to this, this, and this, which is why we will not grade this until the assignment has closed. So there will be no grading on any multi-choice assignment until it has closed. Then we grade everybody because now you will get your feedback and you will know the correct answers to whatever you missed. Okay, yeah, this has been easy, right? The class has been easy. Any more questions before we close? We have like a few more seconds. So just try and go through the materials, do your assignment as quick as possible. You will likely get a lot more assignments for this particular course later this week. So the earlier you just clear a few things off your desk and be ready for the next one, the better. And, I'm also worried for some people who are struggling to submit, the easy assignment that we've given before. I'm worried that you might not be able to cope when we start giving you all the other assignment that will be coming. So do your best to study materials, ask questions from your fellow colleagues, discuss in Slack, form connections, make friends, and so on and so forth, just to make sure you keep pushing and somebody is there to help you when you fall into when you have any troubles. Please, the Slack question, I didn't get, I did respond to your question. I don't know what you mean by connecting GitHub to Slack. You will have to do your own research. We don't have any assignment that requires you to put GitHub on Slack. So I really don't know what you're referring to. You've seen my photos everywhere. We try to avoid having video calls or whatever in the classes, but you see my photos anywhere, everywhere. So yeah, that's the way I look. Except that, if I don't sleep, my eyes will be a bit swollen, but normally that's just the way I look. I cannot give you resume.io login because that particular course was recorded 2 years ago. They paid for the course and the payment they made allowed me to buy the premium version of resume.io. Yeah, I can't give you login to that. I just uploaded it so that you would have access to it. I find it difficult to connect the picture with the voice. Well, that's on you. All right, thank you all for joining. I think that's the end of the class. Let's not go too off the rail so we don't upload these things on YouTube. All right, thank you all. See you, I think, later this week. All right, bye, guys.